Sup Ram fam, Chris Ramsey here, totally legit. And I just want to say he's the best and funniest magician ever. Ever. Sub to him now. Do your thing, Spade.
Let's just go.
Hello. Hello.
Today, I'm gonna go over a few of my favorite gimmicks that I use on the tip of my fingers because it's stuff that I carry with me all the time, and I figured I'd show you guys a little bit of what goes on beyond the cards that I do and the reason why I do them. So let's just break into it right now. Alright, so fingertip gimmicks, I mean, most of the time people are thinking of like thumb tips, and I do use some thumb tips. I'll show you some of them that I use, but they're specific. They do something very specific usually. It's not just to vanish something, and I have a lot of fun with it because I don't use it just to do like a specialized effect. Sometimes I do it just to jar people, just to kind of get people out of their comfort zone in a weird way. So let's break into the first one right now. One of the first fingertip tricks that I like, or gimmicks that I really like, is something called Decibel. Decibel is sold by Ellusionist. I don't know if it's still for sale, but this thing is awesome. Basically, you can have somebody name a song, and then you grab their headphones, and it starts playing. It's that simple, but it's really, really like a pure, awesome effect. I don't do it very often, mostly because I don't want to lose it, so I don't carry it very many places, but when I do bring it with me, I have a lot of fun with it. If you have a friend with you that can control things, man, it is the most impossible effect you'll ever do, and I really, really enjoy it. This thing is dope. I remember when this thing first came out, and I was like, man, that's such a cool idea, and then I started playing with it. There's a lot of things you can do with this. You can force things, there was another trick that came out called EVP. You can do something like EVP if you have the right setup, and man, it's really cool. I really, really enjoyed Decibel. I'm not showing it to you. I'm telling you it's a finger thing, but I'm not showing it to you to preserve what it is. You know what, let's just show you. Let's just show it to you. So this is it. This is Decibel. I'm not going to show you the underside of it, but man, this thing is great. This thing is really, really good. I'm trying to hide exactly what it is, but there you go. That's a Decibel. It comes in a nice packaging. I'll hide this. That's how the packaging comes. It's really, really nice, and I really love it. So that's one of my first ones. Okay, so the next one, it's pretty standard, but you can get away with a lot with it. This is a fingertip. So this one doesn't go over the thumb. A lot of people know about the thumb tip. This is something different. This is a fingertip. You can fool a lot of magicians with this fingertip, man. Because if you're here and you vanish something and now you do this, man, like the faces when you burn somebody with something that they think that they know. That's it. It's really nothing too complicated. This is I've had this one for about 12 years, man. Like, I've done so much with this, and it's still super clean. Look at that. I really enjoy this fingertip gimmick, this fingertip, because it kind of changes the way you do things too. When you're used to doing, like, you know, typical thumb tip vanish, you see people doing this stuff, right? And then they come out and they do whatever, right? But when you can change it up and throw this in their face, oh man, it's just awesome. It's probably the best thing in the world when you fool somebody with something like that. So you should check out a fingertip. Just do it. The next thing are these bad boys right here. These are fingertip flashers. This is one. I don't like this one too much just because of the way it looks, but then there's this one that I like a little bit better. They're both super bright. One seems brighter than the other, but realistically, this one is way brighter than this one. This one is literally just an open thumb tip, and it's super cheap, but I got it because I lost the original one, and actually the one that I wanted isn't made anymore. There was one that came out that would create a flash, and it was on a timer, it was on a delay, so you could hit it and then open your fingers and then it would flash, and these don't do that. These are literally just mini flashlights, but these are dope, man. I have a lot of fun with these. And usually the way I use it, this is gonna sound really messed up. Somebody's at a bar with me or something, or somebody says something kind of dumb or whatever, and I just wanna take them off of their rocker. I just go, can you just look at the edge of this real quick? Can you just do that? Yeah, there you go. And I just flash it right at them. And you can't see because I have a bright light here, but this in a dark bar, man, all they see is white for a few seconds, and then you can just walk away. And they're like, what the hell? What the hell just happened? What's going on? And yeah, so I have a lot of fun with that. These are rechargeable. They last a long time. Like, I haven't charged this one in forever. In fact, sometimes I use this as a flashlight. I was doing a lecture or getting ready to do a lecture, and I couldn't find the light switch, so I just took this out and I'm walking around using my finger as a light. Just a silly concept, man. You don't always have to use gimmicks the way they were intended. You know, like, if you think a little bit outside the box. I'm not saying to use it as a flashlight, but I like to do the whole Men in Black thing, you know? So just take a look right there. Oh, it's swamp gas. It's just swamp gas. And they're like, I don't understand what just happened. I have a lot of fun with these. I have like 4 of them. I really wish the original one was still around. It was like $100, and man, it was just so good. It was so good. It was so bright. You know, it is what it is. It's gone. It's off the market. What can you do? But that's another one of the things that I usually have with me in terms of finger things. I almost always have one of those. That and the next thing I'm gonna show you, I always have with me. So let's just show it to you right now. So this is it right here. This is the Ammar little hand. Man, this thing, I love this thing. I literally have this all the time. In fact, I have about 12. I bought like 12 in case I lose it. I always have a backup. I love this thing so much. It's so fun. The reactions are so good, and you don't even have to use it to make the coin appear or vanish. You know, like sometimes I just kind of sit in a restaurant and I use it to grab a fork as the waiter's talking to me under my hand, and I just try to, I don't even tell them I'm doing it. I just try to catch them off guard and see if they notice what's happening. But this thing is so good, and if you've checked my Instagram, you'll see a photo with like 4 of them in a row. I have them on all my fingers. For a while, I had a bunch of things I would do with it. I had this little knife, a little fold-out knife, and I would make the coin vanish, and then when people would say, what was that? I would switch the coin for the knife in my hand, and then the hand would come out with the knife like I'm trying to rob them. I just had a lot of fun with it. And then, you know, I've done things with like animal heads, and Tony Chang has done things with animal heads and all that other stuff. You know, it's one of those things where you can just have fun. You don't have to sit there and try to figure out, like, you know, a meaningful effect. Some things can just be fun, and I think this is one of those things. Like, you just have it in your pocket, you pull it out at the right moment. It kills. It's more fun, I think, for me to do it than it is for the spectator, and that's okay sometimes. They don't know what's gonna happen, but I just enjoy what's about to happen. So I think that's fair, but whatever. Let's go move on to the next thing. Okay, so the last thing you saw in the very beginning of the video, it's a tentacle. My friend gave this to me a few years ago in Vegas. I'll leave a link to his YouTube channel. He goes by the Magic Crasher. He's an awesome guy, and he did this to me, and I instantly fell in love with this. And my God, it is one of those things that when I do this, it's almost too ridiculous, you know? There's really no purpose for me to do this other than how fun it is. It's very jarring, man. Like, you know, you're sitting there and you put your hands together, all of a sudden there's like a tentacle. And the way I do it is very strange. Like, I just go, hey, you want to see something weird? And then I do this, right? So I'm here, and now that the tentacle pops out, and I just look at them. I don't say anything. I just give them, and like every once in a while I'll make it wiggle. But I won't say anything and I'll just walk away. It's one of those things that it's an effect, but it's like very meta. You know, like there's no beginning, there's no end. It's just kind of there it is, and you let them react how they're gonna react, and you let them think what they're gonna think. And I don't know, I have a lot of fun with it. Those are them. Those are some of my favorites. These are some of my favorite finger. Oh Jesus. Yeah. So these are my favorite finger gimmicks, all right here on the box. You should check them out. You should have fun with them. You know, play with them yourself. And again, so don't forget, guys, magic can be fun. Okay, it doesn't have to be about doing a gig. It doesn't have to be about street performing. Sometimes magic can just be fun. And sometimes it could just be fun for you, as messed up as that sounds. But I truly believe that. I have a lot of fun with these things. I think a lot of times it is more for me, and if you know any of my friends, you watch them when I start doing this stuff, they know exactly what's happening because I do it all the time, and I just, I can't get enough. I just love it. I love it. I love it all. I love everything about it. I love the ideas of it, and I love trying to think of different ways to use them and try to incorporate them into random things in my life. So I don't know, man. I hope that's about it. So don't forget, guys, I am doing something called Fix Your Trick. Fix Your Trick is the subreddit. I'll put the thing up right here, and the link will be in the description. If you want help with some of your routines and stuff like that, go to Fix Your Trick on Reddit, post your video, and I'll be pulling some of the videos up on some YouTube videos in the near future, and we'll be going through them and kind of critiquing them and helping you out, and we'll have some fun with that. If you like what I'm doing, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell if you want to be notified of my next video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.